Yes, Sachin destroyed my life. You know, up until the 60s, everything was fine. Everybody got success at the age of 40, whether it was Gandhiji, Nehruji, or Vikram Sarabhai. But then came Sachin Tendulkar, who made our entire generation look like genetic garbage. You know, I remember scoring 74 runs in an under-15 game, and the same day Sachin had to score 324 in a Harris Shield game. You know, my dad didn't even congratulate me. And I don't blame him because my 74 against his 324 looked like Maninder Singh's batting contribution to Indian cricket. And the worst part is, even asking for a bat was a problem because middle-class parents in the 80s would justify their stinginess by making philosophical statements like, the bat is not important, the runs are important, which basically meant tough luck. Over a period of time, I realized that it was not only me, but Sachin was affecting the entire country. I think there are two entities who get unconditional love in this country. One is your parents, and the second is Sachin Tendulkar. And if ever there was a choice between father in ICU and Tendulkar on 99, most of India would choose the latter option. But sometimes I wonder, what was this obsession of Sachin? I think India's philosophy was, if Sachin is performing, we don't need to do anything in our lives. That was the impact. It continues even today, to the extent that when there's a Kenya versus Bangladesh game at the Wankhede Stadium, they still say Sachin, Sachin. That's the impact I'm talking about. You know, marriages also started getting affected because of Sachin. Why? Because men were concentrating more on Sachin's day and night performance than their night performance.
In the 90s, post-liberalization, marriages were breaking. And most women came to me and said that the root cause was that their husbands loved watching cricket matches because of their love for Sachin. It was almost like a love triangle. Sachin entered every bedroom in the country. Serious problem. Initially, I had no answer. But then a brilliant idea came into my mind. Sachin holds a very important place in every man's heart. So if a woman would praise Sachin once a day, say in the morning, she would get enough attention from her husband for the rest of her life. The problem is the solution.
You know, media also loved Sachin because their salaries were dependent on him. They covered every organ and injury of Tendulkar's body. To a certain extent, there are certain injuries Tendulkar found out because of the media. I think tennis became more popular because of the tennis elbow coverage than all the Grand Slams won by Leander, Sania and Mahesh put together. The only negative thing was biology students started believing that the elbow, unfortunately, was more important than the brain.
ऑफिस से जब भी फोन आया करता था, पूछते थे सचिन का बाइट मिला क्या? घंटों निकल गए सचिन का बाइट लेते लेते। जैसे मेरे जिंदगी का एक ही मकसद बन गया था, सचिन का बाइट लेना। जिंदगी का पहला हिस्सा तो बीवी की राह देखते देखते चला गया और दूसरा हिस्सा सचिन का। मेरी जिंदगी तो बस ऐसे ही गुजर गई।
अगर जर्नलिस्ट लोगों को इतने घंटे वेस्ट हुए हैं, तो पूरे देश का क्या? And that is the only blemish in Sachin's career, that he has caused economic implications to India. You know, many times fans come to me and say, Sachin is batting, na? We don't even get up from a seat. We are superstitious. And I thought to myself and told that fan, the fact that Sachin has batted over 24 years, having scored 30,000 runs over millions of hours, it shows you haven't done much in life. What is interesting is, once at the MCG, it was a fascinating moment in the 2011 tour. Peter Siddle got Sachin Tendulkar out at the end of the day's play. And I came out there, I was just walking back home and I met the head of the MCG who came and told me, "Oh, so your friend Sachin, he has destroyed the Australian economy." And I said, "What happened?" He said, "Tomorrow, no tram sales, MCG ticket sales half, and we don't have probably any sales of food packets in the entire stadium because India is angry." Can you imagine? I thought he was just affecting the Indian economy, but surely he was affecting the global economy as well. Sachin not only impacted the global economy, but won hearts of people across the world. Interestingly, I remember an incident at the Sydney Cricket Ground 2007-8 when he scored this magnificent 100 and he raised his bat towards the member stand. And I remember thousands of members suddenly rising with their beer pints and saying, "To the greatest batsman in the world for the last time in Sydney." Well, he came back again in 2011, and this time I had this 90-year-old Australian couple sitting next to me. The lady told me particularly, said, I have come all the way from Melbourne to watch Sachin bat because I don't know whether he'll come back again, but I'm sure I will not be there to watch the master bat. This is the legend of Sachin Tendulkar.